Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? Dr. Danae, your somewhat friendly metaphysician. All right. Woo wee. This energy has been something, hasn't it? You guys feeling it? Have you guys been dealing with extra headaches, tired? Um, can feel like change is coming, some amazing things are about to happen. But when you're going about your normal tasks or what have you, start to notice maybe some old energy, whether it's thoughts, images, feelings, memories, what have you, come up. And then your energy subtly starts to shift. And then maybe you can't focus, a bit agitated, what have you. Um, Pay attention to that. And if that is happening to you, don't worry, don't freak out. Yeah, it makes sense with this energy, not just the cosmic energy and the planets that are at play, because we've got some heavy hitters doing what they do best. And yeah, it is affecting us, but we've also had the frequency of Earth has been raised. We have a lot of solar flares. There's a lot of energy going on. Yeah, there's a lot happening. The weather patterns, guys, you've heard me talk before for those of you who've been following me. Um, Weather really is dictated by the human consciousness of the people here on earth. So the more in fear, doubt, anger, hatred, things like that, we see these weather patterns kick up. I'm not discounting that things aren't interfering with the weather, da da da. Guys, not discounting any of that. But with that said, be very cautious in 2024 because there are going to be so many things, one to distract, get your attention, but AI is going to a whole different level. And this is the year that, and we've already started to see it. Okay. It's already out there, but it's going to be hard for the naked eye and the mind to decipher what is real and what's artificial. So don't let your mind lead you. Lead with your heart, lead with discernment, stay tuned in to your own vibrational frequency and tapped in. Um, I said, we're what, 11 days into this new year? Every day it's been something. It's been wild. Um, and again, no judgment. I'm not knocking people in any spiritual movement at all. I'm just saying, be very aware because depending on where you're at in your healing journey and your awakening journey, you may get triggered and kind of fall for some of this stuff. I'm seeing a lot of fear mongering and a lot of, oh, it's demonic. This is demonic. The devil's doing this. Guys, just be aware. Okay. All right. Enough of my ranting. Just wanted to give you let you know, hey, you're not alone. There's a lot going on. Today is the new moon. It's the 1111 portal. Um, the energy, it is uplifting, but it's also a bit wobbly. I've already noticed that since early this morning. So remember your breathing, deep breaths, breathe through things, do not react, practice the pause. Some of you watching this, you need to practice no. Um, so this is that energy to practice that. All right, let's get in. What are the oracle messages? Death and rebirth. No surprise there. And gratitude. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. Death and rebirth is all about transformation. That's what 2024 is. We are going through the great divide. You know, it's not doomsday, so please stay away from any of that because it will latch on to you the more you give that your attention or think in that way. All right, let's jump in and see. All right, all of you and none of me, show me the cards I need to see. Welcome back to my subscribers. And welcome to all of you who are new. Maybe you're seeing me for the first time. Well, welcome, welcome. Get comfortable, grab a favorite beverage, whatever it is for you, and sit back, relax, and be prepared to be just as surprised at what comes out of my mouth as I am. All right. I'm seeing a shift in the energy that is different than what I was seeing the first week of January. And that's good. This is progression. We're starting out with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and Judgment in reverse. Okay. This energy is that of, it looks like there's some frustration, some doubt that has crept in, that, and this is that subtle energy that I was talking about in the opening. You know, you could be sitting there diligently moving forward with your plan. Yep, I know everything's working out for me. I can feel changes right here, yada, yada, all of that. And then some of this old choppy energy shows up. And then before you realize it, you're questioning, is this going to happen? You know, why am I believing this? It's that double-mindedness coming in. For some of you, you may need to discipline yourself on what you're watching and what you're listening to. Not just the news, you guys. I'm talking TV shows, movies, music, whatever, people. This energy feels as if you're not fully trusting yourself, your own voice. And I feel that somebody, and again, guys, this is a general reading. Get in where you fit in, flip the energy how you need to flip it if it's your story. Do not try to make an energy reading fit your situation if it doesn't just naturally flow. I feel like there is something here that is calling you back. It's not, it's wanting your attention. So you stop this forward movement. This can sound like internally, almost like you want to give up on something you've been working on, whether it's a dream, a project, business, relationship, whatever. It almost feels like you're doubting or you're tired. So it's twofold here. So for those of you that it's been a long time coming and you're doubting if it's going to show up, stay the course. Stay the course. It's divine timing. It is not your timing. Some other things needed to play out or shake out. For others of you, this is more along the lines of you're going through this process of the things in the past that you wanted to manifest, or you thought that's what you wanted to make you happy. You have had some epiphanies in this journey, and I do feel it's kind of been recent, and you're realizing you're not in alignment with those things before. That's okay. That is growth. And guys, we don't know what we don't know. This path is a path of growth and evolution. Truth, truth at one level can look one way. Truth at a higher level will look a different way. It's not that the truth down here wasn't true. It was, it just wasn't the whole truth. It was a version of the truth at that level, at what you could understand, digest, and work with. The truth doesn't change, it expands. So, over here, you could have really believed that this person, this job, this business, this place was everything you wanted and you would be so happy. For some of you, you got it. And you're realizing now it doesn't make you that happy. And you're questioning what you manifested, or, questioning yourself. Remember, growth. And let me take that back. On our path, if you are committed to your growth, your evolution, your healing, that doesn't mean the things or the people that you're attached to are as committed to that growth within themselves as you are. And if that's the case, then there's going to be a misalignment at some point in energy. No judgment in that. I do feel that some of you are really trying to let go of judgment. You're recognizing the words and things that you say innocently are really filled in judgment. Some of you have had this epiphany that when you move in the 5 human habits, and for those of you that are new and may not know what I'm referring to, that's judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame. Yes, gossip is in there as well. That's like my little sidekick number 6. But those first 5 are so detrimental to yourself and your growth. Usually most of the time it comes out as if we're doing it towards somebody else, judging someone else, pointing fingers at someone else, but it comes right back at us because it affects us first. Some of you are aware of this and trying not to come from that place, but you're recognizing this is coming up faster for you. Guys, do not get down on yourself if this is where you're at. Get into gratitude that it's coming up, because this is coming up so you can see it. And so you can see where it's playing out and holding you back so you can release it. Be grateful. Guys, the vibration of gratitude will change your situations faster than anything else. Some of you need to be grateful for the struggles. Some of you need to be very grateful that what you wanted to manifest last year or even years before didn't come to pass because of the commitment you've made to yourself, your healing, your growth. You're checking yourself. You're really going within and asking, what do you really believe? And focusing on this card, I do have a message for a few of you. Those of you that still have some beliefs that money is hard to get, or you have to work hard for money. It's a struggle to get money, whatever, however that is for you. You need to let that go, because the more that you sit in those beliefs, words, energy, absolutely. You're writing your own book, so absolutely it will be hard for you. You will have to work extra hard to get that money. But it doesn't have to be that way. That's not the way the universal laws work. So for those of you that this part is resonating with, take a step back. Watch your words, reflect on them. What are your beliefs around it? And then chip away at that. Challenge yourself for new beliefs, because universal laws do not go by 3D laws. They're totally different. And I feel like some of you are toiling away and like, I've got to work more, got to work more, work more, work more, work more so I can have more money, so I could do this, this, and this, or these bills could be paid. You're caught up in that hamster wheel, and this is that old energy, an old habit that keeps pulling you back. This is what you're trying to transmute and be liberated from. For those of you that that resonates with, practice letting go of that, stepping back, relaxing, having fun. You will find that when you can detach and put your focus on something else, taking a break. I think one of the other readings I taught, it was about dancing, singing. You know, for some of you, getting in your car and going for a drive, whatever, just get out of that heavy attachment energy of, I got to figure this out. I got to figure, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to do this? Get the hell out of your own way. Stop with the how. If you are believing that everything is working out for you, change is coming, and you are practicing manifestation in universal laws, stop being double-minded, because the double-mindedness, that old energy is like a weighted anchor, because it has more momentum and consistency behind it. You got to let it go and turn in a completely different direction and not look back. Your things will come to you over an I don't care see. What does that mean? When you've released the attachment, the desperation of having it or not having it, and you get that attitude of, I don't care how it comes in, I don't care when it comes in, I know that it's coming, and I know that my now moment is my power moment, so I am going to stay in my power in the now, and I'm going to relax, I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to have fun. And I said it in a few other videos that some of you may just need to step back and do one or two things a day towards whatever it is you want. Others of you, you need to take a complete vacay from it for a little bit. I'm not saying abandon ship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying take a break. All right? If you're on a cruise ship, you're pulling into port, don't stay on this cruise ship. Go take an excursion. Some of you need to take an excursion from yourself, and you're overthinking. Get with it. Yeah, this is just this waffle back and forth energy of wanting to get out of a stuck place, however that is for you, and move into what you want. Moving into what you want is all about feeling, because feelings are what magnetizes to you. First, you have to have a thought to create, but then you get a feeling that matches that thought, Now you have power that goes out. It's energetic. Your feelings are magnetic. So whatever you feel and gets sent out from you, that is what you are going to magnetize back to you. It really is as simple as that. Knight of Coins in this other deck. Same card. Ten of Swords upright with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, get out of your head. This totally goes back to what I was saying. Whatever you thought you wanted to manifest and it didn't manifest, get out of your head about it. For some of you, this is still going to come to pass. For others of you who have changed your mind because it's not in alignment, that is absolutely okay. There is no right or wrong, but you're in your head about it. Let these thoughts go. Some of you literally need to take a different perspective of what's going on. What hasn't gone on or what has gone on. For those of you that are saying, it's been this long or I'm this old and it hasn't happened, blah, blah, blah. Right there, that's your problem. You guys know I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to tell you what I got to tell you. And for some of you, it's your own shitty, stinking thinking that is keeping you on this hamster wheel of getting the exact same thing back and forth. Each time you get close to this breakthrough, there's an experience that comes up that reminds you of the past. Guys, that's how it's supposed to happen. It's in that moment when that comes back around that you get to stand in your power, and this is a choice, and say, okay, in the 3D, this looks familiar, but I already know I've closed the chapter on that 3D. That is not who I am today. That's not what I believe today. Today, I am choosing to say, no, that is not my truth. This is my truth. And I'm going to stick with this until I am walking it out in the physical. And you stay with that choice. Yeah, it is work to talk yourself out of the shitty, stinking thinking. Not even going to lie about it. But that is the way. The way out of all the messes is to look at them head on and go through. Many of you say, yeah. You start to do that when the waters get choppy and here's this, the old past. Oh my God. And altered ego's like, yeah, see, you can't do it. You're weak. You're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. Guys, that is altered ego's job, is to keep you from what you want to be and what you want to manifest. That's a whole other thing. I've got courses and videos on that. You could go check all that stuff out. I'm not going to get into it here, but that's what you were trying to overcome. Listening to that voice that you always thought was truth, that you always thought was maybe God, trying to keep you from what's going to hurt you, is really holding you in that lack space, limited space. You've got to look at that face head on and say, no, that is not my truth. I'm not just blowing smoke up your tush, because I had to do this in my life. Everybody on this path, this is what we have to do. Don't get me wrong. There were times that I felt like I was a liar. I felt like this wouldn't come to pass. But I made the choice to stick to it. And honestly, when I was going through, my body was breaking down. And I was dealing with autoimmune, like 5 different autoimmune diseases on top of each other. I mean, it was a lot. There were times I couldn't even get out of bed. I made the choice, no, I am not going to live my life like this. No, this is not my truth. And yeah, I did stand up to 7 specialists and told them the same thing. Yeah, they all thought I was crazy. I didn't care. I did not care what people thought. Why? Because they weren't living my life. I was living my life. And I knew that was not my purpose in my 30s, to be bedridden and useless. Hell no. Yes, it started the biggest fight, internal fight of my life, which is exactly what I'm telling you guys. Facing those fears, facing altered ego, facing, 3D matrix duality that says you can't, you can't. You have lupus. There's no cure. You'll never get better. Your best bet is to, your best hope, sorry, is to, deal with it day by day and take all these pills and deal with the issues. That wasn't my truth. It wasn't an overnight process, but I'm here now, years later, and I've been healed and on this journey for many years now. But back then, this was very typical energy. And the closer I got to that breakthrough, that's when the old would come up and want to jump on my face like an octopus and try to tell me I'm crazy, this isn't going to work, da 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 da. You get to decide in every moment, whose story are you going to believe? I chose to believe my story when nobody else did. No one in my family, my friends, none of them. Doctors, nobody believed it. And guess what? That their belief didn't matter. And I even started saying that. Why? Because the only person's belief that matters is yours. At that time, it was mine. I was the one that needed to believe in myself and believe what I was learning and doing and feeling. That's why I do what I do now, because I've walked it, I've lived it, breathed it, I've been there. So you're not listening to somebody who's read a couple of textbooks or who is, uni educated but not streetwise. Yes, I do have degrees, but the degrees have nothing to do with my experience. My experience, my life experience is way more valuable than all of those on my wall. Believe in yourself. That is the most powerful stand you can take. And mark my words, you will have multiple times on this journey where you need to stand firm in your belief when nobody else believes. But guess what? You don't need their belief for it to be real in your life. This reading went a completely different way than what I thought. But again, I'm the messenger here to deliver the message. And for those of you that needed that message, that's why I'm here. All right, guys. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Alakai, Alakai, Alakai. Bye-bye.